actually going to show you a basic template incorporating these 3 strength principles that will kind of guide you in making your own home workouts. So what I typically like to do is full body workouts and just kind of hit upper and lower at the same time, just so we kind of get some stimulus for all the major muscle groups. And then typically what I'll do is a split between a push and a pull exercise. So if I do a big push exercise with the upper, I'll do a big pull exercise with the upper, and then 1 to 2 accessory exercises for upper body. And then for the lower, I'll do 1 big push and 1 big pull exercise, and 1 to 2 accessory exercises for the lower body. So that's what I have written out here. So we've got your push, your pull, and then accessory, push, pull, accessory. And for every exercise I do, I'm going, or each set I do, I'm going to superset these. So I'm going to superset the push and the pull for the upper and the lower. The accessories may be a superset, it may be in a circuit. Typically I might do some sort of circuit at the end where I'm just going back to back with a little rest. But what I'm always going to do, especially for the big movements, is 3 sets, as many reps as possible. So that's incorporating that AMRAP set, that's incorporating that volume, and then I'll throw in some tempo stuff with some of my big multi-joint movements to incorporate more tension. So I've got the second principle, and then a lot of times on the accessory work is where I'll throw in more of the unilateral stuff. That's going to help just increase that load and help me reach that 30 to 40% stimulus that I need to stimulate growth in the muscle. So I've got my dumbbells here. I'm going to demo a workout for you, and I'm going to do probably 2 variations of each push and pull exercise for upper and lower, and then do some accessory work as well. So these are 25 pounds a piece. We'll start with 2 push exercises for the lower body. I'll start with some goblet squats. I'm just going to put the 2 dumbbells together, so do that if you can, just to increase the amount of load we have. And I'm going to hold it 3 seconds at the bottom, so we're going to do a pause goblet squat. So that's variation 1. Then another one would be 1.5 rep. So we're going down, halfway up, down, all the way up. So we're just increasing that time under tension. And then I'll superset that with a pull for the lower body. So we're hitting more hamstrings and glutes. So one of my favorites is a 1-legged hip thrust. So dropping the hips, I'm still loading with weight here. Just do as many reps as possible on each side. So we're incorporating that unilateral work. Another one that I enjoy a lot is a stagger stance RDL. So we're just keeping the dumbbells close. Just got 1 leg drop back slightly, and I'm still hinging, keeping that back flat, getting a big pull in the front leg and the back side. So those are my 2 push and pull exercise for lower, and push and pull for the upper. 1 that's really just body weight is an offset push-up. So I'm stacking my dumbbells. You could use a stack of books. 6 inches or so would be plenty. This is more than that, but it'll do. So I'm loading more of one side, getting more of a stretch in that pec. I'll do as many as I can on each side. And then another variation for a big push for the upper is a tempo shoulder press. So I'm just slowing that down on the way to my chest or to my shoulders. So those are my 2 pushes. For the pulls, a sweeping dumbbell row with a pause at the top is an excellent way to get those lats engaged and firing. Just putting more tension on it. And you can hold that pause for a little longer, but I'm moving in more of a sweeping motion. I feel like that kind of gets a little more lat involvement that way. So one other big pull exercise for the upper, it's typically going to be some sort of a row. Will be an alternating bent over row. some holding that tension on one side as I'm rowing with the other arm. So now let's do a little bit of accessory work. So while I'm here on the ground, we'll do some upper accessory, some French presses. And these 25s are plenty of weight for those. Then if you have some lighter weight, it's kind of easy, you can just slow it down. Another upper pull accessory, be hammer curls. Again, 25s is plenty, but if you've got lighter weights, you can just slow it down. And then for the lower body, it can be a little bit trickier. So I typically do some sort of lunge. So a reverse lunge is great. Just alternating reverse lunge or curtsy lunge. We'll be stepping over and back. Another option could be a step up. If you have something you can step up on and press up. And if you have some lighter weights, you can always throw in some shoulder and upper back work by doing some reverse flies and lateral raises. I'll typically throw that in as some accessory work as well. But I hope this is helpful. Hope you can use this to maintain or even make some slow, steady gains.